Oh, hi, I'm Lucas and this is the story about my Kerbal Space Program. Welcome to the NeverEnding Glory. That feeling when you read a book but think about something else and realize you don't remember anything of the last couple of pages. Let's turn a little back. The last episodes were mostly about landing on the Moon, but also about launching probes into orbit. These are Glory Probe 1 and Glory Probe 2 on perpendicular trajectories. And there is Glory Rescue Station, which contract hasn't been fulfilled yet, and Kerbal wonders why. Apparently the info in the contract was more literal than initially thought, and by 4000 units of liquid fuel they actually mean 4000 units of liquid fuel without oxidizer. That is something which has to be fixed, but first comes the brief look at available contracts at Mission Control. Gathering science data from space around Kerbal sounds good, and so does measuring the temperature near Glory Science 2 on the Moon. The probe landed there a long time ago and it is believed to have enough fuel left for an extra mission. We will see. Lastly, Mission Control wants me to reposition my Glory Probe 2, which should be a piece of cake. Here are the active contracts, but the ones just mentioned have priority. The tracking station reveals how close the repositioning is and what is... Oh, and I forgot about Gwenson. The rescue mission should be already on the way, but it seems the launch was delayed. However, it will be up next. And here is Glory Science 2. There are multiple temperature scans which shall be performed, but none is really near, so near apparently means far away. Now that's a little bummer, but I will try it anyways. There it is, standing steadily on the lunar surface and waiting to be reactivated. It was put in hibernation because solar panels weren't developed back then. I'm glad there is still power left and Glory Science number 2 lives. The site we have to reach is in the east, but also a little south. This means 90 degrees, but a little more in direction of 180. With a nav ball I aim somewhere around there. Oh, I think that was quite lucky. Now I have to make sure not to burn more than half of my fuel, so I have the other half left to land again. It should be around 15 units of liquid fuel, but that doesn't look good. I'm left with 12.6. I think I can't land like that, it's impossible. But what did the contract say? Yes, below 9,500 meters. This means I don't have to land and maybe I can gather the science during descent. That's it, no more fuel left. And we are entering the correct region, now or never. And yes, it worked. Over 200 degrees is a little strange though. Here comes the cash. 9,900 funds is not really much, but Glory Science 2 has bigger problems right now. The inevitable is coming. Ouch, that looks really painful. A last spin and goodbye Glory Science 2. Meanwhile, the autonomous Glory Station rescue ship hit the road, or the trajectory for that matter, to rescue Gwenson Kerman. Targeting stranded Kerbals is not really different from aiming for the Moon, for example. The probe raises its apoapsis a quarter of an orbit in front of Gwenson, but since the orbit is far behind the Moon, it will take quite a while to reach it. Okay, time to reposition Glory Probe 2. It looks like it already has the correct altitude, but the orbit is a little rotated to the left. This can be easily fixed by just burning in a radial direction. Radial means either towards or away from Kerbal. Since the orbit has to be shifted to the right, I burn away from it. Now look at that, a textbook worthy maneuver. Now wait 10 seconds and easy money. And this time more than 31,000 funds. Next I go back to my Glory Rescue Station. It misses almost 2000 units of liquid fuel to fulfill the contract. So this looks like a job for the good old Glory refueling ship, which has filled up the station previously. Now I wait until the station is close to my launch site. And liftoff. The experienced pilot Jebediah has no issues whatsoever and the trajectory looks flawless. Main engine cut off, staging and ignition. And burn, which looks more dangerous than it actually is. Now a quick coasting phase and we can begin catching up with the station. Here comes the second stage separation and maybe I can... oh no. There are no parachutes and no probe core, so the second stage is also doomed. However, that will change in the future of course as parts get bigger and more expensive. Oh, look at that, only one orbit to catch the station. A few moments later, Jebediah is almost in sight range. And here it comes. I think I'll dock it to the top. Excellent. A little under 900 units of fuel left. Well, why not just repeat the launch? That's of course what I'll do, but I first check what my rescue ship is doing. I have a feeling I won't catch Gwenson like that, but let's wait. The ship will get incredibly slow near its apoapsis, so Gwenson is likely to come a lot closer. Engineer Bill volunteers to pilot the next Glory refueling ship. I'm sure he will do a terrific job as well, so let's start. Everything performs nominally except Bill being not able to use the onboard computers to help during ascent. Still a good separation and second stage ignition. No flips. That apoapsis is a little too high, but I think there is enough fuel on board to correct that quickly. All Bill has to do is to pretty much do the same what was done with Glory Probe 2 in the beginning. The orbit needs to be shifted to the left this time, which means Bill has to burn towards Kerbin. A few corrections to achieve a close flyby, and we are at Glory Station 1 in no time. Since there is only one docking port left, we have not much choice other than to dock there. And ding 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 ding, jackpot! 140,000 funds. That's crazy, but we've earned it. This achievement, as good as it is however overshadowed by a big problem, which I have just noticed. Almost everyone of my crew is in space and new one is just too expensive to hire. I also forgot my refueling ships are not built for re-entry. They have no heat shield and also no parachutes. I'm not yet sure what I can use them for, but I have to come up with something, else I will have to waste a lot of funds returning them back home. Meanwhile, my rescue ship also finally arrived and is ready to circularize. However, Gwenson is still far away and I have not enough fuel for radical maneuvers. This means I will have to catch up efficiently, or in other words, it will take weeks to rescue her. That's too bad because I really need more crew for future missions. Well, as it seems it will take exactly one orbit, which is higher than the moon, so it should be in the ballpark of roughly 2 months. I'm sorry, Gwenson. Henlong, who is now serving on the rescue station, was rescued from the Mun, and I think that was even quicker. Anyways, what will I do about my station? I have a contract to build an outpost on Minmus and I thought I could maybe send my entire station there. Now that I have 2 refueling ships docked to it, I think I can build a nice station out of them, but that would require some sort of bridge which connects the two. Let's see, this is what I have, a refueling ship. Huh? What's that? It looks like my engineers were very busy. Look at that, the Minmus Station 1 bridge. Ha! This looks perfect. It even has some return ports so I can get my crew back to Kerbin safely. And here I'll dock the second one. This is epic. Minmus, here I come. But that's another story of the never-ending glory.